Good afternoon and welcome back to Adventures for Anyone, and it's Transportation Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about getting to, from, and around Fire Island. Now, Fire Island is off the south shore of Long Island, just east of New York, and here in Bayshore is where I caught a Fire Island ferry. There are other terminals down the shore a bit, but this is the one that I chose, and it was a great one. For $13 each way, you can go to Ocean Beach, which is the hub of Fire Island. It's the largest town out there. The ferries are great. Like I said, they're like a party boat. Everybody's having a really good time on the ferry. You can bring all of your beach gear, your barbecue, your luggage, whatever you need out to Fire Island. The trip out there takes less than 30 minutes. And you have these wonderful, magnificent views. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I was picturing Bayshore as being kind of more of a community with a lot of businesses. And it was just this beautiful shoreline community. There were businesses, don't get me wrong, but it was a beautiful, beautiful ride. It was a gorgeous day when we went out there. And you go across the bay between Long Island and Fire Island on this ferry. Now, you don't bring any vehicles on the ferry. It's not a car ferry because you don't really drive anywhere on Fire Island. You can bring your bike, your scooter. The lovely folks on the ferry will store it for you. And you have a wonderful time. Like I said, it's $13 each way to Ocean Beach. There's slightly different fares if you're going to and from other villages on Fire Island. So check the schedules and the fares. They're going to be below in the description. And once you arrive over at Fire Island, which is anywhere between roughly 7 in the morning and 10-ish at night, the schedules vary. They vary for hours, days of the week, and so forth because of the seasons. Now, if you need to get around Fire Island, because once again, people don't really drive there, you'll see people pulling stuff around in a wagon. You will see people riding bikes, scooters, skateboards, whatever. You can rent pretty much anything you need to use on the island from any of the rental agencies, which I'm listing below once again, starting at about $25 and up, depending on if you need a barbecue, a bike, whatever for the day or the week. You can settle it all with them. Now, the water taxi runs pretty much the same hours as the ferry. It depends. You'll have to check the schedules. Depends on what town you're going to. It's just like taking a taxi in the city, only it's on the water. The highest fare you're going to get is $21 each way, and that's if you go the full length of the 32-mile island. Now, I took the ferry from Ocean Beach, and we made a stop here at Kismet, which is the westernmost village on the island, before I was dropped off out at the lighthouse. And as you can see, you still have to pick up the garbage. There's a garbage truck. But then the ferry will take you all the way out to the lighthouse in the Robert Moses State Park in that area out there. You will get a little card with a phone number on it from them, so you can call them when you're ready to come back. Give them about 15 minutes to get to you and make sure you're within their operating hours. Now, the lighthouse is a beautiful place, and once you're up in the top of it, you can see this. There's the inlet bridge, takes you to the Robert Moses State Park. There's a big parking lot out there and a big old beach, and that's where you can park on Fire Island. Now, if you're on the rest of this 32-mile island, you can see it going out to the east there, this is how you go. They have roads. They are marked. They have stop zones and everything, but they are for pedestrians and bicycles and things like that. People just don't drive here. Now, the island is less than half a mile wide, so you can walk from the ferry port on one side all the way through here. This is Bungalow Street. I really liked it. All the cute little houses out here, and you will find that in just a few minutes, I'm not kidding, it was less than 10 minutes, and I was out here at Atlantic Beach, which is the public beach here in Ocean Beach on Fire Island. And these are your amazing views of the Atlantic Ocean out here. You can hang out here for the day. It's beautiful, sunny, warm. It was a great place. But as I said, walking is how you get around this island. You take a water taxi, you bike, you might have a scooter, but even the police take bicycles and those little four-wheel drive things. It is a very, very non-car community. It's a very small community. It's a very tight community. People here are friendly. They are wonderful. They have a great sense of humor. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place to be. But once again, you take the ferry to and from is your best bet. The water taxi up and down the island is your best bet. And just walk or rent a bike or something to get around places like Ocean Beach, because there really are no cars. As you can see here, you have restaurants, you have stores, you have basically the town square here, and there's not a vehicle in it. It's just how the place operates. So that's how it's done. Maximum $21 on the water taxi, $13 each way Ocean Beach to Bayshore on the ferry, and walk around the island. And thank you for joining me today. Hi, I'm Terry. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone, and join me again in the future, and like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I can teach you where to go in the Northeast, how to have fun, and how to travel the way I do, which is as a budget traveler. Thank you again. Have a great day.